Hello there, Internet. This is Sean from ChieveUnlocked, and I'm gonna play some SkullFace for you here. So SkullFace, if you haven't heard about it, it's a free browser-based web game, which is supposed to be more or less exactly the same as the Super Meat Boy. At least that's what I've heard here. I was a big fan of Super Meat Boy myself, so let's just jump right into this. SkullFace, there we go. You can find this game just by googling SkullFace and you'll find it immediately. It's on Armor Games. So let's see, jump on spacebar, run on arrow keys. Can we? Yes, we can actually wall jump. Let's just try and see if we can A+ that one immediately. And indeed we could. So A+ing that's already a Super Meat Boy ish kind of thing to do, I guess. Let's go on here. Again, let's see. You seen that? Oh. It plays a lot like Super Meat Boy. It seems like there's no way to sprint or anything like that as you could do in Super Meat Boy. Whoop! But you can jump into spikes, it seems. So far, so good. I guess these first couple levels are probably just tutorializing. I don't know, maybe the wall jumping seems a little wonky in comparison to what I'd expect. Let me just get this curse out of the way here. I think you can. Oh, there we go. As then you have to hug the wall just a little bit longer than I'd expect. Okay, we can roll as well. Or you can do that in Super Meat Boy, I guess. I'm not sure if I said this already, but this game is totally free. I have to hug the screen for just a couple of seconds before being able to jump. Well, we have those as well, and we have being bad at this game as well. See if this game goes as insane as Super Meat Boy does at some point. Especially remember trying to unlock the kid levels, those were just horrible. So anyway, for those of you just coming by this by accident on YouTube, this is actually my first sort of let's play. Well, this is probably a bad idea. Sort of let's play video that I've ever done. So most of all, this is well, it's a sound test first of all. To make sure I've got my setup right here. I'm probably going to spend lots of time fine-tuning the audio and making sure the video quality, the audio quality and everything is as I want it to be, which can be quite a task. Let's see if I can make this one this time. Yep. I didn't quite A+ that one. I don't know, this game seems pretty decent. I mean, if it turns out to be... Whoa, that was bad. If it turns out to be as addictive as Super Meat Boy was, I might just have to end up A+ing every single level, but let's just see how that goes. Again with the wall hugging, just gets to me a little bit here. Controls are definitely tight if just look past that one thing, and I'm sure it's just something you have to get used to. So far, so good. Yeah. Let me just start that one from the beginning. Don't want too bad times on here. So from what I understand, this this game is made by one single person, which is quite a feat, I guess. So everybody just sits down and decides, let's make another version of a platformer that everybody likes. But yeah, except from the rolling part, it is almost uncanny how much this game is like Super Meat Boy. You have to wonder what Team Meat, the creators of Super Meat Boy, say about a game like this. Whoa, that was almost made it there, but not quite. Damage. Already imagine this being a much longer recording than our first anticipated. When just looking at the screen, it seems like how can I keep making the same mistake? It looks like this game had, I don't know, maybe 20 levels or so. Maybe that's just me not quite understanding the interface, but it didn't look like it was overwhelmingly long. Let's see what's to come here. If we can avoid dying, and indeed we could. So far, so good. There we go. Yeah, A+ing. Well, again, a very Super Meat Boy-ish kind of enemy here. The spikes that work as well. Oh, I'm not really sure what happened there. Are these knives supposed to stand still? I guess they are. It's a little weird. Music is kind of catchy as well, actually. Hopefully that goes through in the recording. As I already said, this is kind of a sound test for me. We have here enemies as well. As in live enemies. Can we, like, kill these guys? I guess we can. There we go. Wait! That was... yeah, I know what to do here. It's a little bit surprising, to say the least. Right, just have to do something like jump on the pink one. Is this possible? Wonder if there's a way to get off the wall if I first or land on it. There seems to be a... There we go. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm beginning to nail the wall jumping thing, how you have to stick on it for a couple of seconds. Now what annoys me is that I apparently have to press the down key sooner than I'd like to in order to roll. Yeah, that's the small things. And also I have to not be a complete idiot when playing the game. That's I guess I can't really blame the designer of the game for that, even if I want to. There we go. It's easy enough. Oh, cutscenes. Oh, so actually the game has several levels, it seems. Jetpacks. Oh, this is definitely not in Super Meat Boy. Use bursts. Got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure so let's save some of my jetpacking here. Yep. Got it. That's very clever, actually. That wasn't very clever on the other end. I was supposed to do this. Burst, 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 burst. There we go. And there we don't go at all. Burst, burst, burst. Come on. Yep, thank you. Ooh, that was closer. It's very close. It's even closer, and there we go. This is sort of a refueling. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So think of this video here, as I already said, it's for me it's a test of how my setup works here. But also, maybe as a short video, maybe I'll actually continue to make a couple of more videos if this game continues to stick up to its being kind of fun here. Let's see how long I can get it. This is actually pretty tricky. I wonder if there's a trick here that I'm sort of missing. Yeah, you just go straight, of course. Whoa! Okay, so actually, I would have sort of imagined that I would be killed by standing in the middle of those spiky things, but I guess that's not quite the case. So maybe I can just try and fly over all of them, something like that. I've got this now. The best thing about these kind of games, like Super Meat Boy and Super Hexagon, that I've also been playing for quite a bit, is that it's all about— whoa, shit. It's all about muscle memory. As soon as you've got part of a— whoa, goddammit. As soon as you've got part of a level figured out, you can sort of improve at that part while still being terrible at the rest of them. Until at the end you just begin to nail what you're trying to do. And I wouldn't exactly call this nailing it, but hopefully you see what I'm getting at. I might actually also at some point here, if I decide to stick to this challenge here, I guess I can go under this one. Go back to the Meat Boy. I haven't played it for quite a while, not since it was first on the Steam Christmas sale, I don't know, a couple of years ago now already. It's also a little tricky. I'd like some way to go down the walls here without sort of having to let go. I guess I'm not that lucky. I think I just thought out that it was a pretty cool feature in Super Meat Boy. At some point I should probably stop making references to that game. Was, you know, when you complete a level, you'd be able to review all the things you're doing. See 1,000 of yourself just failing at again and again and being crushed to pieces, or blowing up, or whatever would be your demise in that particular level. Kind of miss that a little bit. So I'm not really sure what the plot here is. Maybe the cutscenes between the worlds will explain that. Not quite sure how I survived that. That was luck more than anything. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now, but I managed to succeed in not dying 3 times in a row before finally dying in the end. Yeah, I see the pattern here. Or just need to time it up. So close. Oh, that was also very close. I guess I have to go right when I reach the knife down there. Another thing I loved about Super Meat Boy was all the weird kind of gaming references. We had this, all the warp zones and all the references to like 8-bit kind of games, which made it probably one of my favorite indie games that I've played in the past. But you know, I mean, I sat here, figured I want to get this challenge started. Which kind of game should I start out with? Figured, I mean, I could do this, the kind of games that everybody else is doing: Super Meat Boy, Binding of Isaac. I probably will end up doing some Binding of Isaac as well, actually, just because that's one of the games. Whoa, jump pads! One of the games that I'm playing as well in these days. And you know, if you're recording, or if you're playing, you might as well also record. That was pretty close. Again, these jump pads, that's a feature that wasn't in Super Meat Boy, as far as I remember anyway. And dying several times in a row to doing exactly the same mistake, however, it was in Super Meat Boy. It sort of feels like you just need to run here, but you do actually need to make a small break here. Here, the game is just trying to troll me, and I'll try not to let it do that. That went pretty alright as well. Whoa! Alright, I have to wait for the thing on the left to get down. That makes sense. And somehow not die in the process. That didn't go too well. Again, this is where muscle memory definitely comes into the picture. I guess I can just stay on the left here. It seems like it would do the job. There we go. What do we got here? Sucking, apparently. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I can push it makes sense. Probably just have to... I see what I have to do here. That's pretty close. So it seems like these things can't quite go diagonally, so... I can both push them and jump on them afterwards. Of course, physics that we all know from real life. If you want to go somewhere, just throw something like a metal boat out in the air and jump on it, and it should be good to go. That worked out pretty well. Just keep going here. I guess I have to jump on those guys. Flying green octopuses, or octopi. Makes a reasonable amount of sense, I think. Alright. So I probably have to be faster and get on it. Is that even possible? I guess rolling slows me down maybe, so maybe I should just run here. Yep, definitely. Alright, getting cocked to pieces. I'm beginning to see a bit of a pattern here. I have to jump up here maybe, and can that really be? That seems like the difficulty just got rammed up quite a bit suddenly. Let's see what happens. I guess I can't just do everything at full speed here. So I said earlier that maybe I'll continue playing this game if it turns out to be addictive. I mean, right now I actually just want to complete it already. Oh, there's a jump pad. I didn't even see. That makes sense. Well, that didn't make sense. Jump and jump, and up we go. Right. So I probably won't ace this one in the first try. Just have to go back to it later then. There we go. Here's the whole thing about... Whoa! Can I jump on this? Yeah, I can. The whole thing about me being annoyed slightly by the wall jumping physics. I guess that's already off. I haven't really been bugged by that since I first mentioned it. You know, it's the kind of thing where you're totally used to one game, and then a similar game comes out and you're like, oh, this isn't exactly like the first game, this game sucks. But you know, it's all about getting used to stuff. I see what I have to do here. Whoa! This is pretty difficult, actually. Or tricky, anyway. I don't really know how I managed to not die there, but I'm okay with it. There we go. Oh! Yeah, okay, this definitely seems familiar, doesn't it? It's everybody who's actually played Super Meat Boy out there who's watching right now should recognize this. I think it's one of the boss fights in, I don't know, the first or the second chapter of the game. The first one, actually, I think. Except there's like a huge machine with a Dr. Fetus in it coming after you. And if I continue to die like this, I might actually just go back to whining about the wall jumping physics here. Because, you know, obviously it's not me that's doing something wrong here, it must be the game, right? Well, that worked pretty well. Oh yeah, there we go! So is this the end of this level as well? Guess so. Take a look at another cutscene. So it does look like there's some kind of plot to this game, except I'm not still quite convinced what it is. I'm not sure how many worlds it has. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. That was very cool. Ah, yeah, this makes sense. There's kind of a puzzle aspect to this as well. That's pretty cool. Let's see what. Yeah, let's see what I have to do here. I totally forgot what I was trying to say before. And definitely muscle memory again coming into play here in this level. So I'll probably maybe do the rest of this world here and then come back to it later and see if this recording works out. Whoa, this is not exactly easy. Can I just like like this is probably not the way I was supposed to do that level. Indeed, it wasn't quite an A+ time, but it worked anyway. Thank you for that game. I'll probably do the rest of this world and then call it quits and maybe get back to it at some other point, depending on how this whole recording thing here turns out. What exactly am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to get under it or something like that? Is that even possible? Maybe roll? Is that possible? I'm confused. I'm confused. I need to think here. Do I have to do something? That seems too extreme. I can, of course, turn it off again. That makes sense. Yeah. What? Sure. I should have turned that one on at all, actually. This game is trickier than it looks, I think. Depending on how tricky you think this game looks, if it seems totally trivial to you, I'm still like a big idiot right here. I would claim that it's trickier than it looks. Not saying that I should be able to solve this game in the first try because I'm that much of a genius, because that's obviously not the case here. Which you can see just from the fact that I've continued to fail. I don't know how many times I died on the first one here already, maybe 20, 30 already. It's a matter of timing it here, I suppose. Is there an easy way of doing it? It seems a little bit weird to have to go back and forth like that. Yeah. Also, I always feel like rolling. It's probably not gonna make me faster or anything like that. It just seems natural for some reason. Not worried out. Oh, this is tricky as well. Yes, I know that was not the way I was supposed to do that. And I could tell easily because I blew into several black pieces when I did it, so... I sort of feel like I've got a kind of a rhythm going, even if it doesn't look like it. Because, so obviously the rhythm that I have got going here is dying 10 times in a row before being able to do the first one right. God damn it, that was not what I wanted to do! Wait, can I jump over this? Alright. If this channel actually ever managed to break some sort of success, if people are looking at this in the future, please don't yell at me too much. I realized that was insanely stupid. But you know, when they sort of introduce a new mechanic in a game, you want to use it as much as possible. A good mechanic in this game, of course, being jumping into the spikes. I really like that one. It works out very well. There's actually a bit of Metroid going on to this game. If people out there played, say, what's the trick here? Can I jump on this guy? I have to use a wall, I guess. If people out there ever played Super Metroid, this is very much like the mechanic of the Metroids in the later game. Actually, that's a game I might actually want to review. Not that I'm like one of those Super Metroid stars that the internet have plenty of, doing like speedruns and stuff like that. But I always found Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo to be one of the most enjoyable games I've ever played, so I might actually just revisit that at some point. It's definitely one of the games that I'll always return to in say my later gaming life here after I should have I should have went on to play newer games, stuff like that. I'm not really sure why this last part was so difficult for me when I played it first. Right, so this is tricky. I guess there's a trick to it, maybe locking those red balls in. I don't want to play like that, I just want to go through it, man. Just do it as fast as possible. I don't care about evil red spiky mine kind of things. I actually pushed my platform as well. Wow, that was bad. And I'm a little looking forward to this whole microphone testing here. How that turned out. In particular, if you just heard a weird background noise, there was probably my my neighbor starting his drill here at midnight on a Monday night, for whatever reason. But you know, I mean, if drilling is your thing, I'm not gonna hold a grudge. Ah, that was bad. A little bit of lag there as well, actually, or at least a couple of frame drops. That's alright. This is a Flash game. It's the kind of thing that you'd probably expect from that. Oh, come on. Wait! Oh, this is clever! I can just stand on the platform, of course. Yeah. Fuck you, game. If I want to stand on the platform, let me just stand on my goddamn platform. Yeah, this is not gonna be an A+ time, but let's just see if nothing else we can sort of get used to how this this game plays here. That wasn't all that bad either. So this whole letting the spiky balls platform me out is probably not gonna be my... Oh, damn it. It's gonna be the way I don't want to do this. So maybe you've mentioned that a couple of times I got the jetpack but didn't use it. And it seems for some reason more natural for me to press the jump button to activate the jetpack. I'm not sure if there's some game that I played at some point that uses that kind of mechanic. But it just feels natural for some point. Alright, this level here is proving to take a little longer than I'd like it to, so probably this is gonna be the last level I'll do and then call it quits. And there we go. Alright, almost an A+ time actually. This game is pretty fun. I think I might actually do a part 2 at some point. But thank you all for watching, and if you'd like to see more of this game, or just me playing whatever random games I'm up for playing, do subscribe to my channel. I mean, I just started it out, so it's of course very nice to have subscribers. Just to sort of have people acknowledge what you're doing, and if there's anything particular you want to see on this this channel, anything you want to comment for the way this whole thing is set up, please let me know in the comments. And have fun, Internet!